Hey, so it's Friday morning and I wanted to touch base with everyone and kind of go over the next step in the 6 steps to fight regression. So the 4th step is to complete the schoolwork that the teachers are sending home. So I'm going to add some disclaimers to that. I know some schools aren't sending home any paperwork yet. I know some schools are just leaving links on their school page for you to access later. Hi, Wanda. I know that maybe you don't even know how to access any of the schoolwork that your child needs to be doing right now, and that is okay. Take a deep breath. You're going to figure it out. We're all going to figure this out. And if you need some suggestions on who to contact to find out where you get this paperwork, go ahead and send me an email at jessica@jessicaann.com. And I will let you know who you should be contacting. All right, sorry about that. I heard my kiddos upstairs because, everyone's home right now. Wanted to make sure there weren't any screams after the loud thud I heard. So my kiddos actually aren't going to be completing their work until next week. And partially that is because the school has deemed that these couple of days that we've missed this week are considered part of their snow days. So they're not really having access to a lot of the work yet, but next week they're starting to send out some information on where you can go to find everything. I do have a middle schooler and then an elementary school child on an IEP. So it'll be a little interesting next week when we get started. So the points I wanted to make about making sure your child completes their schoolwork is 1. And I love this quote. Catherine Witcher said this sometime earlier this week. And she said, "You cannot teach school at home the way that the school did school while school was in session." So please do not overwhelm yourself with thinking that you need to have your child sitting down at the table for 6 hours and you guys are going to knock out worksheets and you're going to be teaching with, whatever you have in your home. In all honesty, I believe that your child only needs maybe 2 hours of time to be able to work on the stuff that the school is sending home. If your child is doing more than that, it is going to get extremely overwhelming for them. If you have children that have behaviors, they will start to have more behaviors. If you have a child that struggles doing their schoolwork, they're going to become very, very overwhelmed because home is their safe place. Home is the place that they're allowed to have those meltdowns and be upset and, they can dislike things. So disliking school and disliking having to do schoolwork and disliking the interruption in their routine. Those are the things that you will be dealing with. And setting the expectation of 6 to 7 hours worth of schoolwork is just not reasonable. I suggest setting a routine, which is one of the other steps that I've discussed before. Set a time in your day, midday, morning, whatever time your child is most likely to be motivated to complete their work. Set those 2 hours and say, this is when we're going to be doing this. You can add some fun stuff in there. There doesn't have to be a rigidness to this. It can be very flexible and fun for your child. And you can also set up a reward and add a little bit of learning in there. Like, once we complete these worksheets and we read a book or draw a picture, we're going to bake some cookies. And you can bake some cookies having your child measure out the ingredients, using a ruler to measure out the distance between each cookie on a pan, using the timer to set on the oven to make sure that the cookies come out okay. And it teaches a lot of different things: life skills, future employment skills, patience. Having your child wait for those cookies to bake and them actually helping and not you just doing it behind the scenes. They have to see how long it takes for you to wait for them to cool off, the process of transitioning them from the baking sheet to the cooling sheet, and then saying, okay, great, now that we did these cookies, now we're going to do a little bit more work and we're going to get this and this done, and then we can have some cookies and hot cocoa or a movie or whatever it is that your child is motivated by. It becomes more fun. It's not something that they're going to end up dreading every single day, or you're going to be excited to make these memories with your child. So I hope that you all are having an exciting Friday and that you guys are taking advantage of the few silver linings that there are of being home with your kiddo and making some fantastic memories that you guys are going to remember forever. I'll be coming live over the next few days with the last 2 steps. So if you've missed any of the other previous steps, you can go to Instagram TV under my profile page, and I've created a series with the steps. I will be going in depth for each step that I've listed, and if you need a copy of the 6 steps to fight regression, you can email me at jessica@jessicaannkong.com, and I can send you a copy, or you can go to my Facebook page, and it is pasted on my Facebook page, I want to say a couple days ago. I'll try to re-up that later so it's easier to find. I will talk to you guys soon.